they had these shops on the promenade deck, right? And it was kind of like a mini mall. So I was like, oh, in heaven. And I heard that they had these high-end bags and jewelry and watches there. So being the girly girl that I am, I had to go and check it out. Y'all, they had real Rolexes. Every size of Louis Vuitton bags in there, and diamonds were dripping everywhere in this store. I was literally nervous walking in there. Roy was probably thinking, Shannon, don't walk in there. Shannon, don't walk in there. But I walked in there. So, please don't let me break anything in this store. And a sales lady comes up and she asks me if she can show me one of the Rolexes in the case. And I laughed nervously, and I was like, okay, yeah, just for fun, how much is this one? And she says it's a pre-owned ladies' Rolex with 18-karat diamonds, and it goes for $15,000. $15,000 for a used watch, y'all. This ain't no Timex. This was a Rolex, $15,000 for a used watch. Y'all, I nearly fell in the floor. I am holding a watch, a used watch that is worth more than my motorcycle. I was kind of in awe of this thing I was holding, and I was suddenly hyper aware that in my hands was something of immense value. Why? Because you know how valuable something is by what someone is willing to pay for it, right? Let me say that again. You know how valuable something is by what someone is willing to pay for it. Here is where I believe that our thinking could begin to change. If it hasn't already, this simple question: what about you? What about the person sitting next to you? What about your neighbor? What is our value? He says in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 8, "For you know that God paid a ransom to save you from the empty life you inherited from your ancestors." God paid a ransom. It means he literally had to buy us back. It's as if we had been taken away and taken captive, and God has bought us back. It's a beautiful picture of the good news of Jesus, of the gospel, that we were created for life with God, a life to the fullest, and a life that he planned for us. But we have been taken away. We have been taken captive by an enemy and an empty way of life. But because God loves you, he bought you back with a price.